Good morning, knitters. Welcome to Recreational Podcast. This is my little area of the interwebs that I talk to you about what I'm knitting, what are fails, trust me, there are, and what I'm wearing, what I finished, what I've bought. And my name is Karen. Welcome to those that have recently signed up. I appreciate you being here. I'm very glad to have new subscribers. We'll have a 1,000 subscriber giveaway when we get to that. So if you know anyone that you think that might enjoy this, please recommend it. It's a little different than some of the other podcasts in that we live in our RV. We've been traveling the United States for a little over 3 years. Wasn't planned that way, but COVID and some other things got in the way, so we're 3 years in. Currently, we are in the Charlotte, North Carolina area, and we are at the Charlotte Raceway, which one of them is there, one of them is over there, and then one of them is even further over there, the big one. I don't know whether I can get to show you or not. But there's a campground here, and we've been staying here for, a month and a half, something like that, to get some medical things taken care of. My husband had knee surgery. I'm going to PT for knees. I know that the sound in this is going to be dreadful today because every time I try to get out in the sun and record, the wind starts blowing. I apologize. I have nothing to do with Mother Nature, okay? If it's too bad, I guess it won't go up. Anyway, welcome new people, welcome new subscribers. If you have found this and enjoy it, do all the YouTube-y things, like, subscribe, put the bells on, all that stuff. It always helps to get the word out to those that might enjoy it as well. I know there's a ton of knitting podcasts out there that show tutorials. I'm not one of them, although I'm thinking about doing a couple things. But for the moment, I'm just, showing at this point, talking. So I'm hoping that you've been well, that you've gotten over the Christmas, whatever the current mood was for Christmas, joy, letdown, blues, whatever it is, because there's a variety of things that go into Christmas, and that you're better rested than you were before. And I'm hoping that you're enjoying what you're knitting. That's the whole point of this. So, to get into it, I'm hoping to make this a little shorter. What I'm wearing is, it's a shawl by Tammy Gore. I cannot remember. I'll put it down under. The yarn is from Loops. It was a kit, and I believe it was made specifically for this particular shawl. I bought it as a kit. It's a bamboo base with some wool and I believe some acrylic. And it's really one of my favorites, and I'm not sure why I don't wear it more often. Anyway, I have no finished objects. It's been a busy week. But I have a finished body of a sweater that I'm currently working on. This is my Autumn League pullover. And last night I started on the sleeve, and all my bottom is done. Boy, things do look better blocked, don't they? This is made with this is made with Upcycle from Knit Picks, and it's 34% alpaca, 33% wool, and 33% acrylic. Highly recommend this. It's very soft. I think with the alpaca and wool being over 60%, it's going to be nice and warm, and yet the acrylic factor might keep that alpaca from drooping. if nothing else, I'll just wear it around the house. Let's see, what else do I have to show you? My Yum sweater from Isabel Kramer has come out of timeout and probably will go into timeout. That was quick, wasn't it? This is the top. This is the front. I have learned through this process that I'm not very good with lace work, but I'm getting there. It's just dogs, husbands, brains don't always jive. So yeah, I'm making a tiny bit of progress on this. This is made with Queensland United, which is 55% wool and 45% cotton, and this is in the marsh color. Those of you that don't know the pattern, is Isabel Kramer, and this is a small picture of what it looks like. You can either do it short, or on this side is a long sleeve, and she has directions for both in that. So it's called Yum. So I think I need to pull back a row, and then we'll see how that goes. Don't ever buy a cactus Pandora. Catches on everything. Alrighty. And this is kept in a beautiful bag. I'm not going to tell you the seller because I'm not real pleased with it. It's got a metal zipper and she has it hanging out. I would never have bought a metal zipper had I seen a clear picture of it. This is mud cloth, which I adore. I probably, when we get back to our home, and I'll probably put a plastic zipper in there. Not a fan. All right, what else am I working on? I probably put maybe 2 rows on my socks, which are the skip socks. And this is made in Patton's Croy sock yarn, which several of you have told me about. And this is in the lilac. Geez, I don't know. Lavender, lilac, something that is similar. And I've got the heel, now I'm working on the foot. So I think I put maybe 2 or 3 rows in that. I worked some on my habitation throw. Again, I'm not going to show you that because it has been minimal. You know, it's like once you have all those stitches, you do 2 rows and it looks like this, and you really don't see a whole lot of change. So anyway, that's it for works in progress that I've really worked on. Let's look at my book and see what I need to tell you about. We are doing a knit along here, and it's Whip Be Gone, and I'll put the hashtag down here. Hashtag WIPB, no E, GONE 2023. So you can post your finished objects on Instagram. You can post them on the Ravelry group. I do want to hear today in the comments below what you have finished. I know some of you did not enter for a variety of reasons. You found out about it a little too late to enter for prizes. Doesn't mean you can't still knit along with us and try to get some things off your needles. I wish I would follow that advice for myself. It's just been a weird week. Sometimes you feel like knitting, sometimes you don't. Yeah. I did a lot of frogging, so hopefully you didn't do that. So anyway, please join in, but comment below. Tell me all the things that you so far have been able to finish. And if you finished and you are entering, put your picture on the Ravelry group. Great. Okay. I wanted to tell you a little bit about the class that I'm going to be taking on Monday. There is a shop here in Concord, New Hampshire, North Carolina. Where am I? That's the trouble with traveling. You never know really where you are. That and a lot of other things. But anyway, there's a class at the Kiwi's Yarn, and it is run by 2 women from New Zealand who are currently now living in North Carolina, and on how to read your knitting. Now, I'm pretty good about reading your knitting, but I'm self-taught. I read books, I look at YouTube videos, I look at tutorials, so it's all self-taught. And I'm of the mind that a class, no matter what it is about, is never not worth taking. So that if you see a beginning knitting class and you think that you're, an advanced beginner, there's going to be at least 1 or 2 tricks that you're going to hear about during that class that you would take. So I wanted to learn about this because these women that own this store are amazing knitters and crocheters. They've been doing it since they were 7 or 8. Amazing. They've designed things not for publication, but adaptations and whatnot. Amazing. If you are in the Charlotte, North Carolina area, or you are in that area for travel, it's really worth a little trip up to Concord. It's a small shop, but they're very knowledgeable. I highly recommend them. They're very helpful. They're helpful in yarn selection if you need help in that. And Debbie is an amazing person for color. Denise is probably the better knitter, but Debbie, she does a great job with color. It's great. So I'm taking that class, and I went up to buy my yarn, and look, this is from Plymouth Yarn. It has some mulberry silk in it, and it's going to be a scarf. I saw the finished scarf, and this is Reserve Sport Solid. It's extra fine merino, 35% mulberry silk, and 20% bamboo. So you've got a variety of things that, there goes my bag. Hold on. Well, that got blustery. I'm sure that I'm going to have to redo some of that, if not all of it. Just know that when you're in an RV, you only can do what you can do. So I think I was talking about my class, and I cannot wait. These ladies are remarkable, and I'm hoping that I will be able to come back to you with some new to me ideas. And yesterday I got a package. Look at this. Do not use blades to open. Do you think it might be yarn? It is. It's my birthday gift certificate from, and now I'm going to need, hold on just a second while I get a pair of scissors or something to open this. Yeah, a little bit of a shit show today. So let's see what this can do to help me. This is from Little Knits out of Seattle, Washington. They've recently moved, so I'm assuming their new address is still Seattle. Oh, wait a minute, I could probably look. Seattle, Washington, yes. They, I was actually lucky enough when we were in Seattle to actually go to see and meet some of the people that I had been. See how windy? That is our vent for cooking. RV life. Let me close that. Oh, and I've got a great story for you before I show you the yarn. Did the fingernails. I've been working with alpaca yarn. As much as you wash your hands without soap, after you file and do all of the things, you still have these microscopic little fibers of alpaca. I had to redo these this morning. I kind of look like Sasquatch. I had like at least 1 or 2 little fibers from the alpaca on my fingernails. So how can you tell a knitter? They have alpaca in their manicure. Anyway, whoo! And if you're still here, man, you deserve a prize. Yeah, baby. All right, let's see what we got here. Crinkle, crinkle. Some of you like it, some of you hate it. I'm sorry if you hate it. Let's see, what did I get? I got, they have like some free patterns sometimes that you can get. And some free like miscellaneous kind of things. All right, I told them to not send me that. So what's the deal here? All right, anyway, I will deal with that later. I got 2 sock yarns, and these are Regia Schockenmeyer 4-ply sock yarns. And the color, do we have a name or is this the number? Yeah, I think this is the number. They're the same, and they are that. These were $6.65 each. Nothing wrong with them. They're just a discontinued color. So one of these will go as a prize, either towards the Whip Be Gone 2023 or 2,000 subscribers. I thought those were really lovely colors. They've got a little white, and this is what they kind of look like. I don't know why they didn't put the color on there. I guess it's cheaper than making each band with color. But they're striped, and they have a little bit of gray, a little bit of blue, a little bit of deeper purple, some magenta, some reds. Very pretty. Yeah, so those will be, either one or both will be prizes for giveaways. They were not supposed to send me this, so I'm not sure what this is. They were supposed to have, I ordered 2 of these. This is Ariel by Barocco. It is in the color 3416. It's kind of a taupe. And I was a kid the last time I wore mohair. So I wanted to try it by putting it in, you know, a scarf or something. So I ordered 2 of these. They emailed me and said, oops, they only had 1, that somehow their computer system had been wrong with their inventory. So I'm not sure if they charged me this. I said I did not want this. I'll have to figure it out later. But I just kind of wanted to figure out if I was allergic to mohair at this point. Not that living in South Florida I will need it, but I'm thinking like, you know, presents and whatever, because there are, as you know, many patterns are now putting everything, you know, doubled with mohair, which doubles the price. But I just wanted to figure this out. And it's 65% mohair and 35% silk. Lovely color. I think that when you pair it with anything, it will be beautiful. Then I have another sock yarn that is a plain, which would be wonderful for Christmas. It's kind of a burnt red, burgundy, almost a burnt orange. It's a tiny bit oranger than what my camera is picking up on. And the color is this, if you're at all interested in looking for that color. And those of you that have never used Regia, it's a workhorse of yarn. It really is great. You cannot go wrong buying this yarn. It's not my favorite. I like West Yorkshire spinners the best, but this is good. This is what you buy in the grocery store in Germany. This is what you buy in the grocery stores sometimes in Norway. So I know that, you know, it's just a workhorse of a yarn, and it's reasonably priced most of the time. So that's what I got. And then they sent me a pattern for some Christmas stockings. This is by Bahram U, and I have leftover could we have any more interruptions? Max, no. I'm just gonna wing right through it. I don't think I'll edit that out because that's life. I'm going to make this out of the leftover Rowan tweed DK that I used for my little tiny ornaments. So I'm going to start those probably this summer. Okay, that was free, which was it's very nice. They get, you know, an abundance of these patterns and give them away. Another thing that was free was a pink zipper. Maybe I can put that in my other bag. What do you think? Pink? No, but anyway, that was free. So, and now to what I really wanted. I've looked in my wardrobe and I have absolutely nothing red. And when I used to work in the public schools, I had a ton of red things for Valentine's Day, for Christmas. You know, I would wear, you know, like a red turtleneck and a sweater underneath, you know, whatever it would be. And I went this year to, you know, put a sweater on, put a shirt on, something for Christmas, and didn't have a thing. So I thought, I'll knit myself a sweater. And this is Cascade Yarns Eco Plus Hemp. Now, let me tell you what the fiber content of this is. It is 80% Peruvian wool. It's very nice and soft. It may be a tiny bit itchy right off the skein. I don't know if that's good or bad. I don't know whether it will soften up. I don't know. I've never worked with hemp. I've worked with, that's a lie, I have a sweater that is made of hemp, but it's also got bamboo in it, and it's as soft as butter. So I don't know how this is going to wash up. This is a, they called this a DK. Let me see if I can pick some of this up here. I'd say DK Sport. So it's 328 yards, so probably more of a sport. And I don't know whether you can see, but the what's undyed is the hemp. And I thought that would make a great sweater, possibly color work. What do you think? A little, you know, like Norwegian, what do you call them? Stars, motifs. We'll just, yeah, no reindeers, but yeah. So I got 5 of these, enough to make a nice long sleeve sweater so that for Christmas next year, I'll have it. So I was going to make this short, but since we had to move and do all the things, it's going to be a little less short. Thanks for being here. Thank you for watching. Thanks for subscribing. It really helps my channel. My goal is to reach 1,000 viewers soon. I'm going to have a big giveaway. We're doing the Whip Be Gone 2023 giveaway. So there's 2 giveaways that's going to be happening hopefully soon. You have until February 28th to post your pictures of your finished objects on the Ravelry thread. That's where I will be picking. I will do it the old-fashioned way, where when people post a picture, I will put that slip of paper, you know, fishbowl. I don't own a fishbowl, but you get the drift. So when you finish that project, and I didn't look this morning to see how many finished projects that we have. I'll try and put it right here. I have finished one project, and it's off the needles, my pink socks I showed you last time. So I'm going to work hard on my Autumn League pullover and hopefully get those sleeves done and it blocks so that I can wear that when the next cold snap comes. So keep on knitting and knit in peace. And from here, you'll be seeing some of the Northern California area that we did back in 2020. We did during COVID. You'll see Mammoth Mountain, you'll see some snow, just beautiful scenery of the area. And it was a surreal time to be traveling, and we really didn't see anyone. June Lake, there were a couple restaurants open, and of course the pot shop was open, but really everything was closed and very few people were around, and it was a special time to take pictures. So I hope you enjoy my pictures that I insert here. Had I known, I would have taken more videos, but hey, you know, it is what it is. Enjoy and knit in peace. Thanks again. Bye-bye. Hi, this is the Speed Weave style darning weaving equipment, for lack of a better word. I decided that since my hole in my sock needed repair, that I would try out one of these. These are pictures of how you set it up, And you start with doing the weft, like you would be doing weaving, and then you go across with a warp. You'll see that I'm not very good at this at first, but soon grasp the skills needed. If you're a weaver, this is going to be a piece of cake. There are good tutorials on YouTube that help me walk through this. And I have to say that I'm pretty pleased with the progress so far. I haven't worn these socks again since I finished this project. But you can see that here I'm sewing down the sides of that. That is not something that they really recommend, but I decided I was going to do it for my own peace of mind. That's what it looks like when it was all said and done. At the bottom, you can see it looks like rubbish. And at the top, it's really not bad. And all the tutorials say, don't worry about if you don't have the same, it's a sock. If you don't have the same yarn, it's just a sock. Fortunately, I was able to have the same yarn, or it would really look like rubbish. Here you see the ends of the yarn that I will be taking to the back of the sock, and that's where I've done this. And the next picture will show you I've circled where it was really bad, and that's going to wear out first. But overall, I gave myself a gold star for the end and a really sad face for the beginning. Don't be scared to do this. It's pretty easy, and if you've got a lot of socks to practice on, it's great. C+.